Hello everyone, welcome to the third session on the topic time series presented by Shantala Kulkarni, Department of Statistics, Gokte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belgavi. Before we start with what we're going to learn in this class, I would just like to brief the components of time series. The first component of time series is secular trend, seasonal variations, cyclical variations and irregular variations. Among these four components, the first one, secular trend, you will be learning in detail. And the four different methods to learn secular trend are the first one is the graphical method, the second is the semi-averages method, the third is the moving averages method, and the fourth one is called least squares method. In the previous class, I have already briefed what is graphical method and semi-averages method, and also I started with moving averages and also solved an example. Now in this class, we will be solving one more example on 3 yearly moving averages to make the concepts more clear and simple. What is the question? Calculate 3 yearly moving averages for the following data. The years begin from 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. The values are 20, 52, 37, 69, 58, 72 and 82. Let us see how we are supposed to solve this example once more. First we write the column of year, then we write for value, and the third column is 3 yearly moving sum, and the fourth one is trend values. For 3 yearly, you are representing the middle value. The calculation or the methodology, I can say, for 3 yearly and 5 year is almost same. Only the totaling will change. That is, for 3 yearly you will be doing for 3 years total, and for 5 yearly you will be doing 5 years total. So what are you going to do here? First you will be calculating the totals of 3 years. That is, you add 20, 52 and the total will be here 109. And when you divide it by 3, you are getting the trend value as 36.33. And the representation year will be 2013. You are writing this particular value in front of 2013, that is 109. Similarly, next step is to skip the value 20. Then you add 52, 37, 69 and that sums up to 158. And when you divide 158 by 3, you get the trend value as 52.67 and the representation here is 2014. Similarly, for 2015, you will be adding 37, 69 and 58 and that total will be 164, and when you divide it by 3, you get the trend value as 54.67. Next, for 2016, you skip 37 and you add 69, 58 and 72. The total will be 199 divided by 3. It is 66.33. And the last set, which you write in front of the year 2017, and the total values will be adding is 58, 72 and 82, and that is 212. When you divide it by 3, it gives 70.67. So these are the values for the 3 yearly moving averages, and if you observe, the trend values are in an increasing order. See, the first year it's 36.33, then 52.67, 54.67, 66.33, 70.67. See, the trend here is in the upward direction, like, yes, the values are increasing. The values are increasing. From here it's going, and for the last year, that's 2017, the values are increasing. So it's an upward trend. So we write it as upward trend. If the values are in a decreasing order, like as the years go on, if the values are decreasing, we write it as downward trend. And sometimes it so happens that the values are up and down, like some values are increasing, some values are decreasing. At that time we write it as oscillatory trend or oscillatory movement. So this is an example for 3 yearly. Let us check an example for 5 yearly moving averages. Here the method is very much similar, but addition of 2 items will be more. The data is quite huge for this particular example. What is the data here? Find 5 yearly moving averages for the following time series. The year is 2009, 10, 11, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Then the profit values are, they are given in terms of thousands. The first one is 100, 80, 92, 76, 62, 70, 50, 60, 45 and 50. Now for the 5 yearly also, it's a odd number, so then you can have the middle year here. Means like, see here, 2009, 2010, 2011, 12 and 13. The middle year representation is 2011. So same here, we will be adding 100, 80, 92, 76 and 62. And the total will be 410, which you are writing for the year 2011. And when you divide this total by 5, you get it as 82. This is the trend value. Similarly, you will do for the remaining values also. Then you want to skip for 100. You will skip 100, then you add 80, 92, 76, 62 and 70. That totals up to 380 divided by 5. You are getting it as 76. And the representation year will be 2012. Next, you skip 80, then you add 92, 76, 62, 70 and 50. The total you will be writing in between this year, that is 2013, and that is 350. When you divide it by 5, you get 70. My pen marking is not that clear, but much clear to make you understand. I am sure about that. Then you are going to skip 92, then you are going to add 76, 62, 70, 50 and 60. That total you write it as 318. Now that sums up to 318. You divide it by 5, you get 63.6, and the representation year is going to be 2014. Similarly, for 2015, the total will be 287, and when you divide it by 5, you get 57.4. And the last one, you will be adding 70 plus 50 plus 60 plus 45, and the last one is 50. The total will be 275. When you divide it by 5, you get 55, and your representation year will be 2016. So this is how you do the 5 yearly moving averages. Everything is same as much as the 3 yearly only, and the only digit is going to change is instead of 3, you will be writing here 5, and the concept remains same. Now let us see the trend values. If you observe, the first value is 82, then comes 76, then is 70, 63.6, 57.4 and 55. Here in this particular example, the values are in decreasing order. So we term it as downward trend. So this is an example for 5 yearly moving averages. So 3 yearly and 5 yearly, everything is same, the figures change. Now let us see one more example, not one more example, a fresh example of 4 yearly. There are some steps which you have to keep in mind. Now see, when 4 yearly means it's an even number. So when you have an even number year, you don't have the middle year representation. So for that, some things have to be kept in mind so that the calculations are easy, and then you have a year to represent for the data. What is the example? Find 4 yearly moving averages for the following time series. What is the question here? Year 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. The values 12, 18, 16, 24, 20, 30, 26, 34 and 40. So let us see how the calculation is made. The number here is 4. It's an even number. And what are the columns you're going to make here? The first one is year, value, 4 yearly moving sum, 2 item moving sum and trend values. One column is going to be extra here compared to 3 yearly and 5 yearly. Let us check how it should be done. So the first thing is to add 12, 18, 16 and 24. That totals to 70. And you are writing it between 2007 and 2008. Then you skip 12, then you add 18, 16, 24 and 20. That totals up to 78. You are writing between 2008 and 2009. Similarly for 2009 and 2010, you skip 18 and the total 16 plus 24 plus 20 plus 20. The total is going to be 90. Then the next one you will be writing for 24 plus 10 plus 30 plus 26, that is 100 for the year 2010 and 2011. Similarly for 20, 30, 26 and 14, the value is 110 and the year will be 2011 and 2012. And the last set will be 30 plus 26 plus 34 plus 40, and that value is going to be 130, and the representation year is going to be 2012 and 2013. So in this particular column, what did you do? You only made the totals. You have made only the totals of 4 yearly. You have not divided by 4. The next step is you have to do it. You are going to add 70 and 80, that is 148. This you divided by 8 and then you get the trend value is 18.5. Next you will be adding 78 and 90, you are getting 168. When you divide it by 8, you get it 21. Then you add 90 plus 100, you get 190. Divided by 8, 23.75. 100 and 110, you are getting 210. Divided by 8, 26.25. Then 110 and 130, you are getting 240 divided by 8. The trend value will be 30. Why are we dividing it by 8? Because in the third column, we are making the totals of 4, and in the fourth column, we are making the totals of 2. So 4 into 2, it's going to be 8, and that's the reason we are going to divide by 8. And one more thing, if you pay attention, here you are writing the value here, you are writing the value, it's in between, see, in between you are writing the value here, it is 70, but when you write this particular value 148 and this trend value, you are representing the year for 2008. Similarly here you are representing the year for 2009. Basically moving average is to represent a particular year. And see, if you pay attention, we are doing this one step extra for only to get which year it has to be represented. This is the major thing, or not major, the smallest thing which you have to keep in mind to know how this is done. This is the only change in 4 yearly, and it's not difficult at all. You have to keep in mind to get this years, we are making this one step extra, and instead of dividing by 4, you have to divide it by 8. So in this class, we have done examples on 3 yearly, 4 yearly and 5 yearly. And from examination point of view, you will be getting a 5-mark question, and 100% yes, you will be getting a question on this. And I forgot to mention, there will be no graphs at all. So very simple to solve and easy to understand also. And in the next class, we'll see what further we have to study. Thank you. For today's class, it's enough. Thank you so much.